Welcome back to the Fight Failure blogcast. I feel really motivated today, so we're going to do a double Trump post. I'm going to do MAGA mindset. So I'm not a huge fan of Mike Cernovich, but I respect his ability in terms of media, and I definitely don't hate the guy. And you can learn from anybody, even people you hate. So I'm not going to cover really the first half of this book, which was a summarization of what happened in the 2016 election. Now, if you were someone who didn't follow it that closely, I think it's definitely the best one I've seen in writing. Of course, there's some things that are wrong, but it's actually a pretty good summary. So if you want to learn about what happened in the 2016 election, this book is a great thing to read for that. But the other things that we're going to be covering are media strategy and mindset. So let's get started. Media strategy. And this goes way beyond Trump. And these aren't just what Mike said. I added some of my own thoughts to this as well. So, post regular content on as many social media platforms as possible. Have your own sites as well for search engine optimization, coordination, and to direct people where to find all of your content so they become long-term followers. Use live streams, videos, tweets, interviews, and rarely press conferences. Press conferences are best used as distractions. Call in and participate in as many TV, internet, and radio shows as possible. Hashtag content mindset. Persuade your audience, i.e. Lyin' Ted, sick Hillary. Ted was a politician. Of course, he eventually lied. And people were primed to notice and call him out on it. I mean, think low energy Jeb. Every time people saw Jeb being Jeb, it's low energy Jeb, right? And speaking of the sick Hillary thing, just think of, you had Mike Cernovich, Alex Jones, Roger Stone, and thousands of other, smaller individual people all pushing the sick Hillary thing and the Parkinson's rumors and all these other things. And, maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I don't really know. I definitely think she's sick in the head, but who knows if she's actually, sick. But when she collapsed at the 9/11 memorial, because of the persuasion done by all these people, it was a killer blow to her campaign. So you want to set up that. Call enemies out on attacks against your supporters and allies. Trump rarely does this anymore. Think of how much he could have hurt the Democrats with the Steve Scalise shooting. You had the Bernie Sanders voter who went out, and because of, media manipulation and the Democrat talking points of Trump being Hitler, he shot Steve Scalise, and he could have killed a lot of people. And what did Trump do? He took the high road. And don't take the high road when people's lives are at risk, okay? When Trump supporters get bashed over the head with bottles and when Steve Scalise gets shot, don't take the high road. Frankly, like a cuck, you need to absolutely capitalize on that. Call out hate crime hoaxes and all other hoaxes. Call attention constantly to the worst things your enemies want to keep hidden. Maybe that's Hillary's health. Maybe that's, Bill Clinton getting kicked out of Oxford in 1969 for raping Eileen Wellstone. Maybe it's the settlement of over $100,000 with Kathleen Willey, who's a woman if there was no evidence he raped her, then why did he settle with her for over $100,000, right? Those kind of things, when you put them out there and maybe you put out some tweets and actually bring them up in interviews, they can very much hurt your enemies. So actually bring those things up. Don't play softball. This next one is so important. Don't fight the last war. That's what everyone fights. You always want to fight the last war. You always want to do what you know. And especially people who are professionals, they think what they've learned is always going to work. And also, you don't necessarily want to listen to people who are just super confident, who are using the same old, same old. You need to really question their ability, especially if there hasn't been many, you can say, wars. And that is definitely the case when it comes to our military, and it's definitely the case when it comes to other social things. So I could rant on that for a long time. I won't. Don't fight the last war. Start feuds with public figures to destroy their focus and create attention and news cycles. Provide value. Have solutions to problems. As much as you trash the opponent, build up a grand vision for the future of your audience. Tell your audience what they want to hear. Remember what Trump did at the black churches. He'd say the African American church is the soul of the American spirituality, or something like that. And he'd also say, lock her up. He'd be up there chanting, lock her up. I say, tell your audience what they want to hear, then actually do it. The next thing we have is mindset. So, read The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. I have both a review of the book and an audio thing done, okay? But it's definitely worth reading, and it's a crucial part of the MAGA Trump mindset. So, the 10 principles. 1. Think big. 2. Imagine the future you want using visualization. Number 3, treat failure as preparation for success. Try to learn everything you can from every failure you've had. Number 5, keep your energy high with passion and enthusiasm. Number 6, focus. Number 7, keep pushing until you get what you want. Do not take no for an answer. Number 8, think positive. Number 9, stay informed to recognize opportunity. Number 10, use affirmations. An example of one that Trump used when he was doing, when he was in the toughest spot he ever was survive until 95. You also want to have a growth mindset. Think about how you can improve yourself and all the other things that are part of a growth mindset. And when I do an even more in-depth look at the happiness advantage, that I will definitely talk more about growth mindset. But for now, if you want, read the post on the happiness advantage. You are what you think you are. Most people think too little of themselves and devalue their own abilities. DJT. Imagine your perfect day in as much detail as possible. What will it take to get you there? Again, provide value to others. As Zig Ziglar would say, you can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. Be aware of big trends and use them to your advantage. Affirmations. Write your goals down 15 times a day. Using general affirmations like, I believe in myself, usually works better than being specific, but use whatever affirmations you want. I mean, you have to believe your affirmation, you have to like it. So what I say might be hokey to you, so it's about whatever you'll feel comfortable using ultimately. And finally, A/B test everything to see what works. That's been the review of MAGA Mindset. I hope you found some value in it. Get after it and get the life that you want and deserve. So see you next time.